Hey everyone, I'm Prince B, and welcome back to A Link to the Past. Last time we rescued Princess Zelda. Hooray! And in this episode we could go and take on the final dungeon, but we will not be doing that because, we're doing a short episode this time around, just wrapping up the last side quests of the game. We're not going to 100% complete it in that we're going to go and get maximum bombs and arrows, just because that would tack on a lot of unnecessary work and we don't really need it. So we're just going to get the last item here and the last heart piece, and there's something else we can pick up. We do need it for the final battle, but we don't have to get it now. We're just going to get it now because we can, and save ourselves some problems later on so that we can just jump straight into the final battle when the time comes without having to do any prep work. So this is the last prep episode. Oh, didn't want to teleport there. So first we're going to get the heart piece that we missed. It was here in the swamp, and I feel really stupid because I always remember this except this one time, which when I was playing in front of the internet. Oops. But yeah, we just gotta, apparently this block can't be pushed. Come in here and get the heart piece. And that brings us to max health, which is a pretty useful thing to have. Now we could go get the last item, but since we're here, since we need to be up by where we need to be to get the last item anyways, we're just gonna go take care of something else first, and this will give us what we need to take on the final boss, even though we're not gonna fight him immediately. And yeah, as I was saying, I did actually look up with a walkthrough, oops, only time in the series I did it, just where to get the last heart piece that I missed and the last item, just because like I know what the last item is. I knew the general area of where it was, but I couldn't remember where exactly it was. And as far as the heart piece went, I just couldn't remember which heart piece I missed. I know where all of them are, I just couldn't remember which one I missed. Like, for all I knew, it could have been like I could have accidentally missed one of the gambling treasure chest games, and I could have spent 4 hours trying to get that, and it would have been obnoxious, only to realize that it wasn't actually there. So, yeah, that was the only thing I needed the walkthrough for. But we come in here and we talk to this guy. We talked to him briefly earlier because I ran out of bombs and I needed some. But now he's got a new super bomb in stock, which we just kind of drag it along the ground. I like to imagine that Link just kind of tied a rope to it, and he's just pulling it along. Not the safest way of carrying a highly volatile explosive, but you know, he's the hero and he does what he wants. Alternatively, I'd like to imagine him with a little red wagon, and he just tossed the bomb in the wagon, and he's just kind of pulling it around like a little kid. It's called a head cannon. It's 100% factual in my head. Not in reality, but in my head it is true. But yeah, we can't run while we got this like the other followers we had in the game, like the blacksmith and the monkey and the other thing. But now we can run because we're right in front of where we need to blow up. And boom, there we go. We can come in here, and it's Mysterious Pond. We could go through and throw every item in, but I already know which to work, and it is the bow, which we actually absolutely need to finish the game. We have to bring the bow here. And yes, we did drop it, and since we're honest, she likes us, and she's going to give us the silver arrows, which will let us defeat Ganon. And apparently she does not always look like that. She normally looks like the other great fairies, but Ganon's twisted magic has cursed her. Curse you, Ganon. We will avenge you, even though you're not dead, so you don't really need avenging. Oh well. And the other item we can throw in here is, where is it? Did I pass it? There, nope, there we go. There's the sword. Just toss it in. More tampering with highly ancient, magical, powerful artifacts. And, here we get the golden sword. Well, it's just the level 4 sword, but I call it the golden sword because it is golden. And it actually it fits our outfit quite nicely. We got the golden mirror shield and the golden sword, and get away from me. Yeah, see, it killed that guy in one hit. The previous sword needed 2 hits to kill him, if I remember correctly. But now we can go to Death Mountain. Actually, we're going to go stock up on some fairies first, but then we can go to Death Mountain. But yes, I actually do, with the gold looking hat, the gold shield, and the gold sword, I usually, on my personal playthroughs, I leave Link like this. I also happen to prefer the color blue to red just slightly, more than slightly actually. I do have a preference there, but so I normally leave him with this setup for the final game. But we can get a 3rd level tunic as the item for the final dungeon, and we're going to get it just for, we've gotten just about everything else, and we're getting as close to completion without doing the bombs and arrows as possible, so we may as well. Link Between Worlds, the funny thing is I was actually looking for the max power tunic, and I completely missed it on my first playthrough. So on that one I accidentally ended up with a similar setup to this, to what I normally keep on my character. But you know, I did eventually find it, and all was right in the world, so that was good. Again, this is, we could have gotten this before we got the gold sword. We could have gotten it a while ago, actually. I just kind of forgot where it was, but we're saving this item for last because we have to be over in this area anyways, so I mean, why not? Only have to climb up the mountain half an extra time or whatever, I don't know. But we're going to come over here, and we're going to need the magic cape that helped us against Mr. Onyx last time. We come down here, and oh, I forgot about the little mole things. Gotta hammer those down, get all 3 of them just for easy sake. And magic cape lets us walk on spikes for some reason. Not quite sure how that works. I think if you've got a lot of health and potions and junk, you can also just run across this, but we've got the magic cape, so why not use it? And I think, yeah, this is just hearts and junk. We don't even need these. We can grab them anyways. But behold, the Cane of Bernia. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that, but basically it does the exact same thing as the magic cape in that it lets us walk through spikes. I think it just like repels damage like the magic cape, but it does eat less magic than the magic cape. I think those little bumper things that we had to pass to get that 1 heart piece, I don't think the magic cape or the cane works on that, but the magic cape does. But other than that, they're pretty similar items. And now we can come up here and warp to the Dark World, and from here we can reach the final temple, Ganon's Tower, the final dungeon rather. And yeah, I think we're looking pretty strong going into the final temple. I mean, I think I filled all our bottles. Did not mean to press that. Now we've got full magic from killing the lion thing. Got max health, even though we're missing like 5 hearts right now. Got all the crystals, got the best shield, sword, boomerang, all that stuff. The only thing we could do is have more bombs and arrows, and we're not going to bother with that. So, with that, the 7 maidens have used their power to transform a pillar into a staircase. I probably could have done the same thing, a couple years worth of time in a little chisel. But we're going to save here, call it, and next time, the final temple. Thank you for watching, as always.